6 minutes after 6 o'clock is the time now. It is Friday, November the 10th, and you're listening to Morning Classics. I'm Bruce Seeley. Our next news will be at 7 o'clock. News on Classical 89 is sponsored by The Advocates, a law firm providing 24/7 legal assistance in personal injury cases. The attorneys at The Advocates serve client interests when dealing with an insurance company after an accident. They also work with auto body shops and mechanics to expedite car repairs. There's more information online at utawadvocates.com. Should be a partly sunny day along the Wasatch Front at least, with highs today getting in the mid to upper 50s, and Provo, the warmest, might see 61. That's the forecast high. Overnight, partly cloudy once again, with a slight chance of some showers in the Ogden area, and lows tonight will be in the middle to upper 30s. For Veterans Day tomorrow, mostly sunny with high temperatures about 55 degrees, maybe low 50s anyway. On Sunday, mostly sunny and upper 50s, low 60s on Monday, mid 50s again on Tuesday, and all mostly sunny. Right now, 39 degrees, cloudy over Salt Lake City, 40 with a few clouds in Ogden, and 39 degrees in Provo. As we resume the music now with pianist Cyprian Katsaris, this is Chopin's Polonaise number 11. That is Cyprian Katsaris, pianist, performing the music of Frédéric Chopin. That was Polonaise number 11. On Friday morning, November 10th. It looks like 11 minutes past 6 o'clock now. I'm Bruce Seeley. Good morning. Support for Classical 89 programming comes from listeners like you who donate, and from the Salt Lake Symphony. Heroic Gestures is the theme for this Veterans Day concert. One of music's most heroic gestures, Beethoven's Third Symphony, takes the listener from the depths of despair to the heights of victory. The program also includes the festive overture by Shostakovich, Mussorgsky's seldom-heard Songs and Dances of Death with bass baritone Seth Keaton. This is tomorrow at 7:30 p.m., Libby Gardner Concert Hall on the U of U campus. Tickets available at the door. More information at saltlakesymphony.org.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Some years are better for great movies than others, but rarely does one year stand out as much as 2001 did. Hi, I'm Edmund Stone, and coming up on The Score, when 12 Months launched 5 movie franchises, including Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, The Fast and the Furious, and more. I hope you'll join me for The Score.
You can hear The Score on Saturdays twice if you'd like, Saturday morning at 8 and again at 6 p.m. 12 minutes after 6 now, and here's music by Antonin Dvorak. This is the Scherzo Capriccioso, played by the Ulster Orchestra, led by Vernon Handley. That is Scherzo Capriccioso, the music of Antonin Dvorak, played by the Ulster Orchestra. Vernon Handley conducting on this Friday morning. It is the 10th of November, and it's 27 minutes now past 6 o'clock. Good morning. I'm Bruce Seeley. Should be a pretty nice day today. Partly sunny anyway, so there'll be some sun, some cloud. But we're looking for highs in the upper 50s today. 57 forecast for Salt Lake, 54 for Ogden, and 61 for Provo. Tonight, partly cloudy, although there's a slight chance of showers in the Ogden area. Lows tonight will range from 35 to 39 degrees. Tomorrow for Veterans Day, mostly sunny. Highs will be in the low to middle 50s, looks like. Sunday, upper 50s. Monday, we'll see some low 60s. And then again on Tuesday, mostly sunny, with highs around 51 degrees, something like that. So mostly all sunny and dry, mild fall weather. It's 40 degrees in Salt Lake City right now, 39 in Ogden, 39 also in Provo.
Hello, I'm Eric Glissmeyer, host of Sunday Choral Classics on Classical 89. After 52 years in radio, our host of Morning Classics, Bruce Ely, is retiring. Like so many of our morning listeners, I've found that beautiful voice of his to be just as soothing as the music. A great start to my day. I'm also grateful for his friendship. You can wish Bruce well on the Classical 89 Facebook page or by email, classical89@byu.edu. Happy trails, Bruce. We'll miss you.
That is the music of Thomas Augustine Arne on this Friday morning, November 10th. That is Overture Number 2, a performance by the Academy of Ancient Music, conducted by Christopher Hogwood. Thanks for tuning in to Morning Classics. It's 25 minutes now before 7.
The teenage harpist on this week's From the Top has won the National Welsh Harp Competition 3 times. She's performed with the Israeli Philharmonic and even toured with a rock star, all before the age of 18. In other words, she's pretty good. Christopher O'Reilly here, and we'll enjoy her performance of Bedřich Smetana's famous piece, Die Moldau, on From the Top this week.
We invite you to join us for From the Top Saturday mornings at 11, Sunday afternoons at 3, each weekend on Classical 89. Now the music of Mikhail Glinka, the Boston Pops Orchestra, conducted by John Williams. This is the Ruslan and Ludmila Overture. That is the music of Mikhail Glinka, the Ruslan and Ludmila Overture, played by the Boston Pops Orchestra, John Williams conducting from their album Pops Around the World. Friday, November 10th it is, and it's 19 minutes before 7 o'clock. You're tuned to Morning Classics. I'm Bruce Seeley. Thanks for letting me be a part of your Friday morning. The weather today should be pretty nice, partly sunny along the Wasatch Front. Highs in the upper 50s anyway. Looks like it might make 61 in Provo today. Partly cloudy overnight with lows in the middle 30s. Tomorrow mostly sunny for Veterans Day and highs in the low to middle 50s. Some low 60s for Sunday. Right now it is 40 degrees in Salt Lake City, 39 in Ogden, and 39 in Provo. The Metropolitan Opera National Council Utah District auditions are taking place tomorrow at the Libby Gardner Concert Hall on the University of Utah campus, that, of course, in Salt Lake City. You can watch and listen as promising young opera singers strive to advance in this prestigious competition. Don't need a ticket. More information is online at UtahMONCauditions.org. That's MONC as in Metropolitan Opera National Council. UtahMONCauditions.org. Support for Classical 89 programming comes from contributing listeners, folks like you, and from Zions Bank Executive Banking Services. Zions Bank. We haven't forgotten who keeps us in business. More information available online at zionsbank.com. The Academy of St. Martin in the Fields now, with Sir Neville Mariner conducting the music of Sir Arthur Sullivan. This is Overture di Ballo. Interesting title to that piece. It is the Homework Suite, composed by Gordon Getty, played by the Academy of St. Martin in the Fields under Sir Neville Mariner. You're tuned to Classical 89, KBYU-FM and HD1, Provo, Salt Lake City, and Ogden, a service of Brigham Young University. Looks like another nice day along the Wasatch Front. We'll give you full weather details after the news, which is sponsored by the Advocates.
Hello, this is David Austin with the BBC News. The leaders of the world's two largest economies have
cause of the current problem.
Our South Asia editor Jill McGivering reporting. That's the latest BBC News.
It is 6 minutes after 7 now, 7:06 on Friday morning, November 10th. You're listening to Morning Classics. I'm Bruce Seeley. We'll have news for you again at 8 o'clock. News on Classical 89 is sponsored by the Advocates Personal Injury Law Firm. When an accident happens, the Advocates attorneys help clients navigate the insurance, medical, legal, and even repair issues which arise. After settlement, the Advocates work to see that all parties get paid, helping to relieve clients' financial concerns. There's more information at utawadvocates.com. Friday morning, 10th of November, nice day ahead. Partly sunny, so some sun and some cloud through the day today. Highs in the upper 50s, might get to 61 in Provo today. That's the official forecast. Tonight it should be partly cloudy, slight chance of some overnight showers in the Ogden area. Then tomorrow for Veterans Day, mostly sunny, and highs will be in the low to middle 50s. Looks like maybe 56 will be the warmest tomorrow in Provo. On Sunday, sunny with high 50s, low 60s. Same again Monday. And on Tuesday, a little cooler, but still sunny and highs in the 50s. By the way, there is a slight chance for rain showers in the long-range forecast Monday night in Ogden. Right now, Salt Lake City reporting 40 degrees, 39 in Ogden, and 40 degrees in Provo. Now this observation says mostly cloudy. Music now with the London Philharmonic Orchestra. Andrew Litton conducts this work by Dmitri Shostakovich. It is the Festive Overture.
From his first string quartet, that's Opus 11, number 1, Andante Cantabile. Performed by the New York Philharmonic Strings, Leonard Bernstein conducting what was the second of 4 movements of that first quartet by Peter Tchaikovsky. Support for Classical 89 comes from listener contributions and the University of Utah. Researchers at the U of U are conducting a clinical study to understand the effects of metformin on muscle health of older adults during a period of physical inactivity. To participate, you should be 60 years and older, in good health, exercise, not be overweight, and not have diabetes. Enrolled participants will be compensated. More information available by calling Amy Rogers at 801-585-5961 to determine if you qualify. From Tchaikovsky now to not really a protege of his, but someone who he admired, Vasily Kalinikov, composer, and Tchaikovsky even submitted his name and endorsed him as a conductor for an orchestra, a position Kalinikov got, but then due to bad health, he had tuberculosis, he had to move down south to warmer climes and give that up, but he did continue writing for a few years till his demise. His intermezzo number 2 for orchestra, Nemyervi leads the London Symphony.
That was Our Town by Aaron Copland. He was the conductor of the London Symphony Orchestra in that recording on Classical 89, KBYU-FM, and HD1, Provo, Salt Lake City, and Ogden, a service of Brigham Young University. If you have questions about what you've heard on our station, there are several ways to find out. Either download our free app or go to classical89.org and you can click on the playlist link. It's all arranged according to the day and time that it was broadcast, and you can look for composer names, piece titles, performers, and the label that it's on if you want to add it to your own personal collection. It's 12 o'clock. I'm Peggy Woodruff. We're about to go to the BBC News. Remember, though, that at 6 o'clock today we have Performance Today, a daily program of selections from concerts all over the world with Fred Child. At 8 o'clock, Thinking Aloud, always something thought-provoking, something interesting and intelligent. At 8:30, the BYU School of Music on air. Then at 9 o'clock, Exploring Music with Bill McLaughlin. Today and this week, well, this is the last one today, I guess. They have been celebrating some of the music written for viola, that middle sister of the stringed instruments. That's all tonight on Classical 89. We'll go now to the to the BBC News. After that, more classical music. I'm Peggy Woodruff.
Hello, this is David Austin with the BBC News. The head of the militant Shia group Hezbollah, Hassan Nasrallah.
The Symphony No. 8 of Antonin Dvorak, played by the Cleveland Orchestra, conducted by Christoph von Dohnanyi, here on Classical 89. It's 3:43.
When I think of the gifts of Classical 89, very near the top is the gift of Bruce Seeley. Oh, the dedication of Bruce. And he loves the early morning hours and the idea of Classical 89. Oh, his dedication to his family and his extended family, which includes the Classical 89 audience. I remember Bruce as a broadcasting student, and years later, it was my privilege to persuade him to come back and work at Classical 89. Congratulations, Bruce, for your dedicated service, and thank you for the finest memories, and for making our lives better. For all your future endeavors, Bruce, Godspeed and best wishes from Walter Rudolph. If you'd like to leave an expression for Bruce, please do so on Classical 89's Facebook page or email classical89@byu.edu.
And don't miss Bruce's final show this Wednesday morning. Here's the Borodin Quartet playing this nocturne, quartet number 2 of who else? Alexander Borodin. Alexander Borodin, played by the Borodin Quartet, is Quartet number 2, Nocturne on Classical 89. Picking up the pace a bit, leading us into news, the Schönbrunner Waltz, that magnificent palace in Vienna, as depicted by Josef Lahner. The Schönbrunner Waltz. Josef Lahner, played by Loren Mazel, and the Vienna Philharmonic is one of their New Year's Day concerts there in Vienna. It's KBYU FM and HD1, Provo, Salt Lake City, and Ogden, a service of Brigham Young University. Let's go live to London and BBC News.
Hello, I'm Marion Marshall with the BBC News. The U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson has warned against using lead, has also fined the Olympique de Marseille defender more than $11,000. BBC News.
Thanks for tuning your radio to Classical 89. Glad to be with you. I'm Mark Waite. Our weather down to about 40 degrees tonight, partly cloudy again tomorrow, and mid-50s, a little bit warmer on Sunday, mostly sunny and low 60s. Back to music we go with always big, punchy recordings that we get from the Cincinnati Pops and Eric Kunzel on the Telarc label. This is the Rikozzi March of Hector Berlioz. Eric Kunzel and the Cincinnati Pops in the Rikozzi March of Hector Berlioz on Classical 89. It's 4:11.
A nobleman's daughter writes a letter to an exiled soldier. When she is sentenced to death for a crime she did not commit, the soldier fights for both love and honor. I'm Kathleen Rich. Please join me for Rossini's Tancredi. Artistic director Anthony Baresi conducts this Opera Southwest production, recorded live at the National Hispanic Cultural Center in Albuquerque. Rossini's Tancredi, brought to you by the WFMT Radio Network, Chicago.
You can hear that tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on Classical 89. Apparently, the starling is the Mozart of the animal world. Mozart bought a starling and taught it to sing the first 5 measures of the finale of the Piano Concerto number 17. This performance is Maurizio Pollini conducting the Vienna Philharmonic from the piano. Maurizio Pollini leading the Vienna Philharmonic from the keyboard in the Piano Concerto number 17 of Mozart on Classical 89's 441. Glad to be with you. I'm Mark Waite. Support for Classical 89 comes from listeners like you and Zions Bank Family Business Services. Zions Bank. We haven't forgotten who keeps us in business. More information at zionsbank.com. And the Salt Lake Symphony. Heroic Gestures is the theme for the Veterans Day concert. One of music's most heroic gestures, Beethoven's Third Symphony, takes the listener from the depths of despair to the heights of victory. Program also includes Shostakovich's Festive Overture and Mussorgsky's seldom heard Songs and Dances of Death with bass baritone Seth Keaton. And that is tomorrow, 7:30, Libby Gardner Hall. Tickets available at the door. For more info, go to saltlakesymphony.org. And Westridge Academy, offering hope and healing to families with children suffering from behavior issues. Westridge offers many different treatment choices to address psychological disorders, addictions, and learning problems. Families can choose either residential or outpatient options. Learn more at westridgeacademy.org.
So our very own Bruce Seeley is retiring from radio. Bruce is concluding a 52-year radio career, which means that Bruce has been in radio for twice as long as I've been alive. I'm Spencer Belknap, one of the student hosts here at Classical 89, and if you want to thank Bruce for his work and to wish him well, head over to the Classical 89 Facebook page and leave a comment, or send an email to classical89@byu.edu. Bruce is someone that we could count on. You could count on him to be there in the morning to start the day with you, and I could count on Bruce to be there to correct my pronunciation.
And don't miss Bruce's last show Wednesday morning. The Symphony number 3 now of Thomas Arne is played by Cantilena under Adrian Shepard. Cantilena, led by Adrian Shepard, in the Symphony number 3 of Thomas Arne on Classical 89. Taking us to BBC News, a Bourrée Fantasque by Emmanuel Chabrier, as performed by Georges Rabal.